When most people hear the word protection dog, they automatically think of an aggressive, antisocial, and an uncontrollable dog. That couldn't be further from the truth. A properly trained protection dog isn't unsafe at all. You're more likely to get bitten by an untrained cockapoo than a correctly trained protection dog. What's unsafe is instability, a lack of control. And this matters because the protection dog industry has a reputation problem. And sadly, that's not because protection work is dangerous. It's because people tend to skip the fundamentals. They rush the process, and then they call whatever outcome they get from the dog trained. And that's how accidents happen. This is Taz, a professional dog trainer and behaviourist. And today we're going to talk about protection dogs and the misconception that they're unsafe. Don't get me wrong, they can be unsafe in the wrong hands and trained by the wrong trainers. Hi, welcome back. Training protection dogs and making them safe and reliable comes down to three things: selection, stability, and control. Selection of the right dog is by far the most important thing. Training can improve loads, but only up to a certain point. If the dog you've selected is genetically unstable, the chances of them turning into a safe protection dog are slim to none. A good selection means choosing dogs with stable, confident temperaments, clear nerves, the right drives in the right places, and a brain that can handle pressure without tipping into panic or chaos, and a generally balanced dog overall. On top of that, it also means avoiding dogs that are nervous, unpredictable, overly sharp, too drivey, or coming from bloodlines that produce lots of unstable dogs. Most importantly, we need to consider the suitability of the dog, and this must be assessed before training begins, because if the dog's wrong for protection work, pushing them into it doesn't make them tough. It's going to make them unsafe or nervous. A protection dog should be a balanced animal. Stability means you can switch off the dog when needed, so they can be calm around your kids, guests, and other dogs that aren't always on work mode, wanting to be active. Again, protection doesn't mean your dog's always on guard or always wanting to work. It's a controlled set of unique skills that the dog accesses only when needed. And this is why a real training program builds a foundation of obedience first. Obedience creates all the emotional control. It's very important because a dog that can't regulate itself isn't suitable for protection work in the first place. Next comes control. This is the one that makes or breaks everything. Control simply means three things: handler has real authority, that the dog responds under pressure, and that the dog can be engaged with precision and disengaged immediately. I mean, think about it. Anyone can make a dog bite. So how's that impressive? The real question you should be asking yourself is, can you stop the dog from biting? That includes calling the dog off in a high-stress moment, putting the dog down on command when adrenaline is spiking at its highest level. So a protection dog's dangerous? Yeah. A protection dog without control is dangerous. So if you're hesitating to get a pet protection dog because they're quote-unquote dangerous, know that a properly selected, stable, controlled protection dog is safer than most untrained pets that you see on the streets. Why? Because they listen better, they respond faster, they have clear boundaries, and most importantly, they've been taught exactly when to act and when not to. When it comes to being unsafe, it was never the problem with the protection dogs. The problem's the people skipping foundations. The more they rush things to spit dogs out quickly and pairing the wrong dogs with the wrong owners, the more they give a bad name to our industry. If you have any questions about protection dogs, get in touch or drop us a comment below. Hit the subscribe button to stay in touch and get more straightforward, real-world insight into dog training and canine behaviour.